Greetings. What I'm about to talk about tonight is not rehearsed. It is based on facts. And there's nothing fictional about what I'm about to tell you. And I want to start this by telling you that I now understand why so many women and children are hurt in America. More than 10 years ago, 13 years ago or more, I was married to a man who was physically and emotionally abusive towards me. I didn't stay in the relationship long, but the events leading up to the inevitable divorce is more than heartbreaking. Basically, I will tell you that the courts failed me and my family, but most of all, failed innocent, precious victim. And that victim is my daughter. When I was in the kitchen, and I was holding her, she must not have been more than 3 months old. And I was saying to my then husband that I would leave him because I was tired of the abuse. He reached in the kitchen drawer and pulled out a knife, and he threatened to kill me because I was holding their daughter and he had placed the knife to my abdomen. I basically talked my way out of it by saying to him calmly, "Oh, I'm not going to leave you. I don't know what I was thinking. Please put down the knife." From that event, he was tried and convicted in a court of law of domestic assault, and he was warned not to ever do it again. And because the judge thought so little about my life and my daughter's life, they gave him 30 days with 30 days suspended. And I will tell you that I cannot fathom what judge in their right mind would do something like that, because that makes that the man or whoever is the perpetrator, it gives them enough time to do more damage. They have to be more strict with these people that hurt other people. So basically, so he was given 30 days with 30 days suspended. In the Virginia Code of Law, I do know that anyone can petition the courts for custody. But a person that is convicted, domestic assault, I think that pretty much he would not be in the best interest of the child. I know there's so many other people that have gone through the same thing. And what makes this so tragic is that because I have no money and I have no voice, I'm not able to fight them. But I will tell you, and I will name the court that did it, Henrico County Juvenile Domestic Relations Court. What they did, basically, after that, I divorced him. And from that, the situation became worse. I was very surprised that he had the audacity to apply for custody. I had my daughter for 3 years, and it might be a little bit less, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm giving you guesstimates. And at no point ever had I had any doubts or questioning about my mother, about being a mother, about raising a child. And I'm not going to prove to you that I am a good person. But I will tell you what they did. They put my daughter in danger, gave her to a man that was convicted of domestic assault. And from that, after I divorced him, I was so sure that I would get custody because all the psychologist said, when we go into court tomorrow, I will recommend that you keep your daughter, Selena. And I cannot begin to tell you the surprise and upset that I felt when it didn't go that way. My daughter, for a long time, had complained to me, to the guardian ad litem, to people at MCV Hospital, that she was being abused. Judge Dennis Soden ignored everything. My mother and I went to the courts and had a closed door hearing with the judge and told him what my daughter repeated to me about being physically abused. We also told Judge Dennis Soden that when we took her to the doctor, that the doctor did recognize some abnormalities. And I know that those dirty bastards back home will try to say that I'm the bad one, but I'm not. What judge in their right mind would turn over a child to a violent, vicious man? I don't know how to tell you how this has affected me and my family. Every time something happened, Judge Dennis Soden seemed to be the presiding judge. He always was the one making decisions. My ex-husband, he did one final vicious thing to me and to my daughter. And Judge Dennis Soden, you know that I am telling you the truth. And I hope that you are reading, I hope that you're listening to this. And I hope that anyone that has ever had a court case under you, that you've given the child to an undeserving parent, will come forward. While I was at home with Selena, my daughter, my ex-husband came over and knocked on the door. I opened it, and it was on a non-visitation night. I was not a vicious person, not allowing him to see his child. I grew up without a father, so I wanted nothing more than that my daughter keep a relationship with him under supervision. However, he did come over on a non-visitation night, and he came in because we still own the property together, so I couldn't legally keep him out. He came in and he started to talk about a relationship. I said, I do not want to talk to you about that, but however you can visit with your daughter. I proceeded to go upstairs and clean up and do the bed, and I had my back away from the door. And because our whole entire house was carpet, wall-to-wall carpeting, if you were walking up the steps, when you're walking up the steps, there's one particular step that will creak, will make a noise when you step on it. So I had my back away from the door, the bedroom door, and I was just doing the sheets and cleaning up the bed. And I didn't hear him come up the stairs. But he came up from behind me and put me in a chokehold, and we fell together on the bed. And he had my neck, held it really tightly, and I felt that I was losing consciousness. And Selena, my daughter, was standing in the doorway, crying, "Don't hurt my mommy, don't hurt my mommy." And she was crying really loudly. He let go. And then after that, I cursed at him. I told him, get the F-U-C-K out of the house right now. And I don't know why I did this, but instinctively, I first called my mother because I was in shock. I didn't know what to do. And my mother said, no. Go down to the medical center. Go. Or I can't really remember what exactly she said. But anyways, it was like, must have been about 1 o'clock in the morning. I drove myself to the medical center, to the hospital. And the doctor examined me and said I did suffer some thorax trauma. I was spitting a lot, and the police came and took a report. And Judge Dennis Soden, when he got into court, even though we have the police report, the doctor's report, Judge Dennis Soden, you dirty man, you. And forgive me, God, because I know that not all judges are bad, but this one is corrupt. Judge Dennis Soden, after hearing all the testimony, catching my ex-husband in a ton of lies, he looked at me, Judge Dennis Soden, said, I don't think it happened, and let him go. This is why so many people, so many women or children or whoever are killed in America. But I will tell you this, where I am now, had that had happened here, my ex-husband would not be walking. They take it very seriously here. We think America is so great. We do have laws that are supposed to protect us. But what good are the laws if you have people like Judge Dennis Soden doing whatever he wants and not following the Virginia Code of Law? It says the child should be with the parent that has the best interest of the child. I had a real estate license to practice real estate. I had just started my job. I had to go to court so many times from my ex-husband, Antonio Lemos, and I will name you, because you can come after me if you want, and everything I can say, I can back it up. You know what you did, and I bet you never thought that I would